Good afternoon, YouTube. I hope you're all well out there. It's been a few days since I made a video. I think my last video said that I'd just received some new tobaccos from GQ and that I was looking forward to my first ever cob, having ordered a corn cob online. Well, the corn cob duly arrived and I had planned to share the inaugural smoking with you, but one thing led to another. We were busy and I found myself sitting down to test it for the first time alongside my wife in the garden. Corn cob tried to kill me. When it arrived, it came in pieces. Not hugely difficult to assemble pieces, but pieces nonetheless, and it came with a filter. Now, I've never used a filter before, but the borehole in this corn cob seemed to be so big that I thought something ought to go in it. So I duly popped in the filter, loaded this little beastie up with Squadron Leader on the basis that I knew what Squadron Leader was supposed to taste like. And fired her up. All went well for quite some time. Enjoyed the tobacco. Cob didn't seem to change the flavour significantly. Nice easy smoke. Good for pottering around with. And then, suddenly this foul taste came to me. And I mean foul. And it took me a few moments of poking and prodding to realise that the filter had caught light and that I was smoking the plastic. Well, it took me a few days to chip out the melted plastic, a few more days to get rid of the foul taste that plastic left, but after much persevering, this cheapest of cheap pipes has proved to be quite nice. Surprisingly enough, I've not bothered to go back to a filter, and I think I'll avoid anything with a filter in it in the future. I find the cob struggles possibly a little bit with my style of smoking. I tend to smoke quite quickly, I believe. Looking at some of the other pipe presenters on YouTube, I tend to be smoking rather faster than some of you. Maybe that's going to make the pipe hotter and burn it out faster, but it's certainly a very affordable way of trying pipes and possibly trying different styles. This, I believe, is a Missouri Meerschaum Legend. I don't know how many styles they do or what other styles might be available in the UK, but it was relatively inexpensive and came quite quickly. Probably as a result of, well, that's probably an excuse, but I was going to say as a result of my experiences with this little pipe, I stayed away from YouTube for a few days and I tried some of those new tobaccos out of sight, quietly. I say it's probably an excuse because there's also a certain feeling of added pressure from the sudden very pleasant flow of comments and support I'm getting from other YouTube watchers and video makers, and I found myself possibly a little overwhelmed. You know, suddenly the expectation was a bit high. I've been trying to think of exciting things I can do for entertainment value for you. And then I thought to myself, well, those of you that have commented so far, and I welcome your comments, I thank you for them. You seem to have enjoyed me just sitting here and bumbling through a pipe. So I got rid of the big top hat and the stilts and thought, well, no, I'll just sit here and bumble through a pipe as I have done previously. Now I've tried a couple of those new tobaccos I ordered. The Samuel Gallus Balkan Plug was one of the first I tried after the cake. That was a really pleasant tobacco. I've still got half of it left. I ordered the sample size, but very pleasant tobacco, very easy to smoke, smooth and creamy, but a bit of spice and a nice consistent flavour throughout the pipe. And the other one I liked was another cake, Asquith cake from GQ Blends themselves. Virginia and Perique mix. Quite a lot of Perique, which give you a bit of a kick occasionally, but generally speaking, another very nice smooth smoke. And equally important, both of those tobaccos passed the wife test. On neither occasion was I invited to leave the room. And that's important to me, because whilst I can go out to the workshop and have a pipe of an evening, etc., quite often I like to be sociable, and if my wife finds the smoking offensive, then either we've got to curtail the time we spend together, or I've got to curtail the pipe smoking. I have to say I'm not a huge smoker. I mean, I smoke most days. Generally, maybe one bowl of the evenings, occasionally two, and possibly a little bit more on days off and weekends. But generally speaking, just a bowl a day. I think I've been joined. This is one of the family. This is Gypsy. Can you say hello, Gyps? No? Okay, she's not going to talk to you, but that's Gypsy. Obviously feeling that I'm paying too much attention to this tablet and not enough attention to her. She's settled down behind me now. But, the sunshine's come back to Cornwall. Got a few days of greyness. I think the last video was wondering about the weather. Now August is finished, the kids are going back to school, and the sun's come back, delightfully. Last weekend, the bank holiday weekend, was pretty grim, and this weekend, when everyone's gone back off the holidays and looking forward to going back to work and working through to Christmas, and the sun's come back. What can you do? Still, it's nice to enjoy a bit of a sunny day, a bit of peace and quiet here in Cornwall. My good lady wife's gone off with a friend to some event or other down the road that's, I don't know, selling something or other. Whether she comes back with anything or nothing is something to be seen. So, I've survived the attack of the corn cob. I wouldn't like to say I've mastered it, because I think a pipe's always got the opportunity to surprise you. I'm enjoying the new tobaccos. I've still got one of my last purchase I haven't tried yet, which is a Mick McQuaid plug. Maybe I'll try that with you guys. I'm not convinced that I'm up to the kind of tobacco reviews that some of you people managed to come out with, but I know what I like, and I'm quite happy to tell you that. I'm quite happy to tell you what I don't like as well when it happens. But maybe I'll try that Mick McQuaid plug for you. I've actually ordered a few American tobaccos that aren't normally available in the UK, and this is purely based off the comments I've seen from other YouTube presenters Matches860 is forever going on about his haunted bookshop, so I've managed to procure a tub of that. And Pirate Cake, I've heard several of you mention Pirate Cake, so I've got a tub of that coming. And D Social D, I think that's how you might pronounce his name, did a review on GLP's Charing Cross, so I've ordered a tub of that as well. It's coming from the States, so whether it's coming by carrier pigeon or boat or what, I don't quite know, so it might be a while before it gets here, but I'm looking forward to trying those. Anyway, I'm going to finish this, this dear little cob, and I'm going to say good afternoon. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. 3/4 of ours is over now, but it's 10 to 1 on a Sunday, so I've got the afternoon to look forward to, and I hope you do too. Cheerio.